Good morning, woodworkers. So hopefully by now you've finished building your step stool. The next step is to paint the step stool. So get that sample can of paint that you got at Home Depot, or any can of paint that you have left over at home if you didn't get a sample can. And I recommend using a 2-inch brush, especially if you're using the sample paint, because it fits in the can. If you have a wider brush, it'll paint faster, but it won't fit in this can very well, so it kind of makes a mess then. I don't recommend using a roller for this project either, because there's a lot of little nooks and crannies on this project that you want to be able to get at with a brush. So set up a table, put a cardboard box on it like I've done here, and then flip the project over and let's start working on the bottom of it first. We don't want to paint the very bottom surface of it right here, because that's going to sit on the floor, and if you paint it, that paint will rub off on the floor as it moves around. So I recommend just leaving that part not painted, just for practicality. And then you want to paint all the other surfaces of this and use that brush to just get into those nooks and crannies and those gaps between the boards like this. You're going to get a little paint on your hands, probably a little paint on your clothes, so I recommend putting on an old shirt like I have that you don't mind getting paint on. Don't wear your nice clothes and then end up getting paint on them. So start with the bottom here, leave the very bottom that sits against the floor unpainted, and then once you get there you can flip it over. I'm going to get rid of that paint off my brush. You can grab it and flip it over so that you can paint the other surfaces on it. I like to have the surfaces that I'm painting facing up, so I kind of rotate it 90 degrees at a time like this, and then I'll paint these edges here. So if you're just going to paint your step stool one color, just get that brush and paint the whole thing. I'm going to paint two different colors on mine, so I'm going to paint the first color right now, get the whole, probably paint the whole thing with it, and then come back with my accent color over the top of the blue. So as soon as you get your step stool painted, it's finished and ready to use or ready to put on the market. Send me a picture of your step stool once it's painted so that I can put it on my website and show everybody, and let me know if you want to sell it to anybody else in the classes, possibly my PE classes for doing exercises.